Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Bree, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how I highlight and contour, like a full face of highlighting and contouring, and how I get my foundation so flawless when I'm going out. Now this is not my everyday routine, but when I go out and I want to be slayed and I want to be beat and I'm going to be taking a lot of pictures and I want my makeup to last all night, this is what I do. So I'm going to break it down for you guys. Hopefully this video is not too long. So I already primed my skin. Today I primed my skin with my Fenty Beauty and also my YSL primer. I love these two primers when I really want my makeup to last all day. So the foundation I'm going to use is my Huda Beauty foundation. This foundation is very long wearing and very full coverage. So if you don't like a full coverage foundation, this would not work for you. It's very mattifying as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put some all over my face. Now I'm really not a big fan of a lot of foundation. I just don't like my face to feel really super heavy, but when I'm going out like to a club and I just want to look good in pictures and I want it to be like flawless, this is what I do to get my flawless look. So this foundation is super thick, so I'm going to go ahead and blend it out under my eyes with my finger a little bit because it's so thick. It's hard for the brush to move it around, or the beauty blender because it's so thick. So I'm just going to take this foundation and rub it out a little bit with my fingers because, like I said, it's super thick, and when you use a beauty blender, it don't blend out that good to me. So I'm just using my fingers. Now if you don't like to use your fingers, don't use your fingers, but me, I just want super full coverage tonight, so I'm really like painting my face. So now I'm going to go ahead and take my brush. This foundation is super thick. You have to work kind of fast with this foundation because it's super thick. And as you can see, I'm not really like rubbing it. You kind of like gotta buff it in because you can't really rub it out with the brush because it's so thick. It's kind of like a mask. But like I said, this is more so of my full coverage foundation. I'm going to be out all day. I'm going to be in a lot of pictures. This foundation, you would definitely feel it on the skin. I never seen a foundation so full coverage in my life. This is not for everybody, but I like it for these type of events. Just want to make sure that you blend it all the way down your neck, because if you don't have a foundation somewhere, it's going to show. Like, I need you to go on your ears. Girl, you got to go everywhere with this foundation. Next, we're going to go ahead and use some of my ColourPop concealer. And I love this concealer because it's super full. It's not super full coverage, but it's super buttery. Let me use the new one because that one. The color I'm using is Deep Tan. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight underneath my eye. Oh, it's so buttery and it's so creamy. I always use it in all my tutorials. I really like this concealer. One of my favorites for sure. It's so buttery. Okay, I'm gonna go on the top of my head. The reason I'm doing this, guys, is because I want to bring light in these spots that I'm highlighting. I want to bring light. One thing about makeup artistry, you can change your face shape. You could do so much. I just love the art behind makeup. It kind of just, you can kind of just change your face shape. My face is really round, so I'm going more for a longer face because my face is really round. Okay. So that's the concealer. I'm going to go ahead with my sharp shape tape. My shape tape. concealer and only put it underneath my eye because this is kind of bright and this one is in tan. Now I'm going to go ahead and take a brush. I'm going to go ahead and let that dry a little bit. Then I'm going to go ahead and take a brush. I don't usually do this, only when I'm going out, guys. I usually just use my beauty blender. But if I want like full coverage, one thing about the beauty blender, it will thin out the product. So by me taking a brush, it keeps a lot of the product there. Now I'm going to just take my beauty blender. I did not wet my beauty blender because I don't want to shear out the product. I'm going to go around the concealer and buff it in like that. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take this top concealer and blend it out a little bit with the other concealer. Okay. Once you blend it out, like that, come down a little bit around my nose. Then I'm going to take my dry beauty blender. Mind you, I did not wet this beauty blender because I don't want to shear out the product. A lot of people will tell you to wet your beauty blender, and I will tell you to wet your beauty blender if you don't want like a super full coverage. This beauty blender is dry, but it works well for me. This is my technique that I do. Okay? So everything is nice and tacky. It is super full coverage. Everything is drying really, really quick. Okay. So next we're going to go ahead and do this other eye. I'm going to take the brush and blend it out first. And this is going to keep the coverage on my face. If I use the beauty blender to start off with, it will take some of the product off. So I'm just taking my brush first. Then I'm going to the edges and blending it out. Okay. Are you guys following me? I want you to rewind this video as much as possible. Now, this is not an everyday look, but if you want that really, really deep look, these are the things I do. I don't even usually do this on my clients because unless like it's a wedding or something, I'll do this step. But this is very full coverage. Okay. Now I'm just going to take my foundation brush and go back around the concealer because I do not want to see any harsh lines around the concealer. So you want to make sure that you really take your time and blend everything in, guys. You don't want to have on a lot of makeup and it's not blended. Okay. So now let's contour. I'm going to use my Anastasia foundation. This is the foundation stick and the color is in Ebony. Now, I'm not a big fan of cream contour because it's just way too much product on my face. But like I said, this is your over the top, really, really deep makeup. My eyes is over the top. So I just want my foundation to be over the top as well. So I like this color because it has a lot of red in it. And I like my contour to be red. I don't like a cool contour. I know a lot of people do like the cool contour look, but I don't. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and take this brush here. This brush is by Real Technique and it's called My Skin Nice for Complexion. I guess that's what it's called, but it's like an angle fluffy brush. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and buff this product in. I'm not really moving it all around. I'm kind of just blending it in where I put it at, as you can see. And just take your time, because this has to be flawless, guys. You see how that looks? Okay, we're adding dimension to the face. We're adding shadows to the face because your natural face has shadows, half shadows, so that's what we're doing. But we're just kind of buffing the product in, not really moving it around. We don't want to move anything around. And it does take time, y'all, so you can't do this in 10 minutes. Give yourself a good 20 minutes to do this. Foundation, contouring, and highlight. Give yourself at least 20 minutes to do this. So you see, I look nice and chiseled. We're going to go on the jawbone here. I do have a fat ass chin, so I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I contour that up. I don't have a fat chin. I just got like a double neck situation. And you guys know what I'm talking about because I see it all the time, all over YouTube. But we still cute though. But we do have like this, I don't know, it's just like when you gain weight, you gain it right in this area here. So I'm going to kind of take away some of it, okay? So everything, you want to make sure everything is blended. Okay? That looks amazing. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my foundation brush and go over everything just to make sure that everything is blended. And hopefully I am focused, guys, because that's going to be messed up. But I just want to be focused. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and set the face before shit starts to like crease. So I'm going to go ahead and take my Sacha Buttercup powder, and I'm going to also take this Banana Dream loose powder that I got from eBay, which works amazing, but it's a little lighter powder and this one is a little yellow. So I'm going to go ahead and mix the two. Both of them are very, very good, but sometimes when I want to look super beat, I want to be kind of light under the eye, and a Sacha Buttercup is a little dark. It's not dark, but it's like more yellow. So this other powder, this Banana Dream powder, it kind of reminds me of the Ben Nye powder. Banana powder is a little bit more yellow. So I'm kind of just mixing. I'm going back and forth with both of them. And I'm really like pushing the product into the concealer. Okay? You want to make sure that you push the product in the concealer. You don't want to just lay it on top of it. You want to make sure that you are really setting the foundation. Okay? Okay. Now me, I don't like to bake. I just don't like how the flashback look. So what I'm going to do is just really push the product in. I'm not really baking because I'm not a fan of baking. I don't like the flashback and I don't like the cakiness that baking gives you. So that's pretty much setting everything. So now I'm going to just go ahead and dust everything off just in case it's some loose powder. You want to make sure you dust everything off. Okay? Now, after that, everything looks really, really flawless. I'm going to go ahead and bronze my skin. That's really important to me. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Black Radiance True Complexion powder, and this is the contouring powder. And I like this powder because it's really, like, it's just the perfect contouring shade. Well, I don't even use it to contour, but I use it more so to bronze up my face. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and bronze up my hairline a little bit. Okay. Bronze up the bottom of my chin a little bit. Okay. That looks pretty amazing. So next, hopefully you guys can see how that looks. I'm going to go on top of that with this sculpting powder here in the middle, just to soften up everything, because I don't want to look like a drag queen. Although this is kind of draggy, but shit, I want to look like a drag queen, but I don't want to look like a drag queen. Y'all know what I mean. I don't want to look masculine. That's what it is. I don't want to look tough. So I'm going to go ahead and soften up that contour a little bit. And I'm also like using this to like set the face a little bit. Okay. So as you guys can see, that's well scoped. Let's contour this nose, honey. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to mix both of them together. And I'm going to start from my eyebrow. And you want to make sure you blend this in really well, guys, because I have been a victim to not blending this shit in. And I see so many girls on YouTube, they beat the hell out their face, but I be wanting to blend their nose in some through the screen. And I want to blend my own nose in sometimes, because I be like, damn, I see the line. So you don't want to see the line, guys. You want to make sure you get that line together, okay? So now I'm going to go ahead and take that same powder, that banana powder from eBay, and I'm going to go ahead and take it down the bridge of my nose, okay? Okay, like that. Okay, so then we're going to make sure that these brown lines are not showing, because that's just, you don't want to get caught. Okay, you don't want to get caught. So I'm going to go ahead and wipe the powder off. Like I said, I don't like to bake. So I'm going to make sure that everything is blended in good. Take your fingers, girl. It's no rules in makeup. Just get it right, you know? Okay, y'all. What y'all think about that nose? That looks pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and take a little highlighter and put it on my nose, just to stand it up a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and use my Sonia Kashuk, because that's what I always use. That's my baby. That's my favorite. I'm going to go ahead and put my highlighter right there. Up in that area right there. Y'all see that area right there? And you want to make sure you blend your highlighter out. I'm going to go ahead and do my mascara, you guys, and put on my lip gloss, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so I just put on a little bottom lashes, and I put on me some lip gloss. The lip gloss I use today is my Malini Sweetie. It's a matte liquid lipstick, and I use my MAC Saint Germain over it. So this is like the finished look. So if you guys like these type of videos, very, very detailed, let me know. I want to do like a spring glowy foundation, or what I would do if I'm like hanging out with my girls for brunch and I want to look glowy. I'll show you guys how I'll do that as well. If you guys want to see more eye looks, let me know. I don't usually do all these eyeshadows and stuff like that, but I just wanted to do a dramatic eye, since I was going to do a dramatic face. So, and I get a little sweaty on my upper lip. I don't know, I hate that. So I'm just going to go ahead and set that. Yeah. Alright guys, so that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you learned something from this video. If you feel like you learned something different, even if it was one thing, if you learned anything, please like this video so I'll know to continue to make very detailed videos for you guys, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to teach. That's why I started YouTube. I also learned from YouTube, but I also want to teach you guys different things about makeup artistry. So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, leave some comments, show me some love, and I'll talk to you ladies later.